Welcome back to the Awkward Tapes. Support for the Awkward Tapes is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped's Performance Package, the ultimate men's hygiene bundle. Join over 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code AWKWARD at manscaped.com. And if my math is correct, that's about 8 million balls.
That's pretty good though. Yeah, I gotta say, as far as like this product goes, and one of the biggest things I wanted to share was that I did not want to endorse a product I didn't believe in. And so after using this, I believed wholeheartedly this reduces the nicks. I have had a problem in the past with nicking myself, as I believe most guys do. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it's helped a ton, for real.
Right. Yeah, Manscaped gifted us the Performance Package 4.0. And in that package, it has the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, the Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, Performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold all your goodies. So they let us have some free experience with all this stuff, and we've had very good experiences with it.
Oh yeah.
Let me tell you, like that Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer is amazing.
You said you could breathe better.
Yeah,
Actually.
so something that people have always told me, especially in my family, as embarrassing as it is that I have like really thick nose hair, and I didn't realize it until I used the Weed Whacker. Yeah. Man, can I breathe? It is really awesome.
I thought the same way. Lift up your head a little bit. Let me see inside that nostril.
See? Nothing. No bats in the cave.
Nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
Clear airflow.
Yeah, and let's talk about that travel bag.
Oh yeah, okay. Evan, do you
that bag for it?
It's awesome.
See,
it actually is a nice little bag.
It's really like nice.
Yeah. Good, high quality.
It's a lot more high quality than I thought.
It's got like compartments in there, right?
It does, yeah. It has little sections to where you can put extra stuff. It has different pockets and such. I like it.
I like that because I've had other brands before that come with like a bag that's about this big, this tiny. I'm like, what? I can't even put the product that came with it in the bag. Mm-hmm. Like, why do I have this?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I don't understand why they do that, but no, this bag's actually pretty nice. I like it.
And they call it the Shed,
which is
which is funny.
Interesting.
Yeah, but we appreciate Manscaped for the. Because they gifted us this Performance Package 4.0 so we could try all these things. But let us tell you, we're very happy with it. Yeah. Very, very happy. So you can get 20% off and free shipping with the code AWKWARD at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code AWKWARD. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. All right, let's get awkward. Presley?
All right.
Take her away.
I will. Are y'all ready? Like, have you prepared yourselves? Like, mentally?
No.
Okay, good. Before you do, let's get into it. Number one.
Okay.
This one's a little sad. Your funeral is the only one thing you will attend, but also miss simultaneously.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
It's so dark.
It is, but it's true.
It is.
Yeah.
I've never thought of it like that.
You want another thought about that?
Yeah.
Your entire life, you were just adding guests to your funeral.
Oh.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Zachary?
I didn't want to be depressed.
This was the first.
That's why it's the first one. It's gonna get better.
Okay,
he's got to build your mental state up.
That's right. I gotta tear you down to nothing and then build you back up.
Yeah. I will say one of the things that I always found to be really sad is that there, like among all of your friends, there will be one that attends all of our funerals, and that is really sad.
Yeah.
Like
probably gonna be Leighton.
As sad as all right. As fair as that is, you are a very healthy man. Let's just put that out there.
Well, and he's the youngest.
And you are. Oh yeah, you are the youngest. Let's be honest.
I'm gonna die first.
What? Why?
Okay, just because your knees give out doesn't mean the rest of your body will.
Shmev, what is your cause of death? What happened to you?
Well, for one, my knees. I was born, and God said, "Give this kid 85-year-old man knees." And two, the luck that I've had with my car the past year, just gonna build up to something.
All right. Well, let's get a new car then. Prevent death.
I think it's just me.
So
But it's nothing that I have done. It's just me and Press have talked about this.
We have,
just random things happen to my car.
Seem to happen. Like a lot of it, I can't even say it's your fault.
No.
Like you put it in park, and the car forgot it was in park,
Slid down a hill.
slid down a hill and hit the broadside of a house.
That's a true story.
So, Evan, do you have something you want to throw in there?
I was just going to say, I like how, what's your cause of death? How are you going to die? You're like, well, for one, I don't have good knees. It's like, you're going to die because you don't have good knees?
Well, I've seen it happen to where you'll stand up and your knee will not bend. So you just... And then it gets stuck, and then you grab onto something. Hopefully something's there, but if something isn't there, he could fall to his death.
I've seen that too.
Are you standing up randomly, next to a cliff?
Tell him the beach story.
Yeah, so we went to the beach one time. It was Destin Beach, right?
Yeah, Destin.
Went to Destin Beach. We had just gotten to our place. We had walked in. We were like, whoa, this is so cool, whatever. We're about to unpack. I'm in the kitchen, just looking at the kitchen, whatever, and my knee completely locks up. I can't move it. And so I'm sitting there and I'm trying to bend it back to get it to move, but it's locked in place and I can't move it. And so the guys crowded around. They're all like, what do we do? And so I looked at our buddy Schmear. I'm like, Schmear, I need you to pull this back.
No.
And he's like, okay. So I'm sitting there on one leg. He grabs my knee. He just popped it back, and it was so loud. Remember how loud it was?
No, it was loud. It was very loud.
I think it scarred everyone for life.
All right.
Schmear was like, what?
Yeah.
What just happened?
I'm sorry. That's an awful story. I still don't understand how that means you're going to die.
It's
but I'm
gonna-
sorry.
Okay.
Because I'm aging quicker than anyone else here.
Okay,
No,
but
just your knees.
No, everyone.
No. This is what's going to happen, and this is what he's saying. He is going to become immobile by the time he is an elderly man, and he's just going to get obese and die.
Yeah. Anyways, what's your next part?
Okay. Wow. Okay. Maybe on to less depressing things. Okay, this one's better. We can attest to this. Number 2, being an adult is when your friends come over and you hang out in the living room versus your bedroom.
Oh.
You know how as a kid, whenever you have friends over, all y'all will just go pile in someone's small-ish to medium-sized bedroom. Mm-hmm. Whereas when you're an adult, you got your own place. It's now you're actually hanging out in your living room.
Yeah.
Well, it's their space.
Yeah.
Never thought of it, but no.
Strange transition.
Yeah, that's
True.
That's true. But we still go to Zach's room and hang out now.
Okay.
But that's because his room is the size
It's
of
not
an apartment.
It's not
so.
small to medium. It's large.
Yeah.
It's a nice one.
I
will
love
say.
my room. I got really lucky.
It's a large room,
nice.
and you're still with your folks. It's not like you're in the apartment.
No.
Yeah, I still live with my folks, and I will continue to live with them as long as they'll allow me. Mom, Dad, thanks for letting me mooch.
Oh, no.
As long as the price of living is around here what it is, then yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, that's true.
Were you saying something?
Yeah, I was just repeating mooch.
Mooch.
I haven't heard that word in a long time.
It's a fun word.
Yeah, it's a fun word.
Number 3. The fancier the kitchen, the harder it is to find the trash can.
That is so
That is
freaking true. Actually, perfect example, my house. Do y'all know where the trash can
Not
is?
at all.
Only because I've asked you 10 times.
And I don't mean that as oh, my house is so fancy. No, legitimately, everyone asks me where the trash can is after 10 minutes of not finding
Well, it's
it.
a nice kitchen.
Yeah, it is.
It's a nice kitchen. And it's just this drawer that blends in with the other drawers that are not trash cans.
Yeah, so we have this center island that divides the living room and the kitchen, and what it is that it's this drawer, and it's got 2 trash cans in it, but they're really small. So the drawer is small, so you wouldn't expect a trash can to be in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
But there is.
But there is. That's a good thought.
Number 4. Part of your body is always touching something.
That just makes me want to rip my clothes off right now.
Well,
how uncomfortable I
even
am.
if
Do it.
No.
this is a clean podcast, and even
So-
if you did that, your feet would still be touching the floor.
I know.
I was gonna say, is it like if you're in your birthday suit and you jump up in the air for that split second, is that the exception to the rule? Like
No.
you jump
Air.
up and you're
Yeah.
like that?
Everything's
air.
touching everything.
That
Your body's touching air.
Wait, not necessarily, because if we were to say that, we would have to
What
think
if it
about
was in
the
space?
Well, thinking about the structure of like molecules and atoms and how there's space in between them if you dive deep enough into your skin and body. So in reality, we are space, and there is nothing touching each other.
I want you to think about all your toes right now and how they are all touching right now.
I'm wiggling them right now.
Your toes are touching right now, and I know they are.
toes are.
Not anymore.
I don't like you talking about my toes.
Well,
Mine-
I don't like him talking about your toes. I'm really uncomfortable.
right.
And this is
So-
my segment. Anyway.
Number 4.
Yeah. No, number 5.
Oh, number 5.
five.
Oh, sorry,
That was
I can't
number
count.
4.
that
Goodbye.
comes because there's numbers, and so 5
Oh
comes
my
out.
God,
no,
stop.
If you're going to explain something,
You know how there's mansplaining? This is schmevsplaining.
You like it.
schmashmaining.
You
This
like
is
it.
schmevsplaining.
I freaking love it.
Thanks.
Oh, man.
Anyway.
Number 5, at one point, your parents picked you up and put you down for the last time.
Whoa. If you're listening to this, go to your parent and ask them to pick you up again. I don't care how old you are.
Yeah.
Zach, when you get home, go to your daddy. Just be like, Dad, can you hold me?
Hey, Daddy.
Hey, Daddy.
Oh my gosh, no, that's like so sad though.
It's true.
What? You
That
can
better not
still
be the
be
last.
picked up though.
No, I mean
not
it's
sad
not
if you
the
go home right
same.
now.
Like the nurturing and loving moment when a mother like picks up her child.
Are you crying?
I could be. Do you want me to cry?
Yeah.
Not really.
All right, well I can't do that. But it's just sad.
You're growing up.
Oh, man.
Becoming a man.
Man.
So after 5 comes number 6.
Oh,
You understand?
Yeah. Are you good?
I think I get it.
Okay. Number 6. When you turn the lights off, aren't you technically turning on the dark?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Okay, that's pretty good.
That one's funny.
That's amazing.
See,
I like
it's
that
one or the other.
That's a good one.
Whoa.
You're turning on the door.
Whoa.
Turning on the dark.
Yeah.
Or are you just.
Well, whenever
What?
you.
What?
Wait.
This is all breaking down in his mind.
If you
But-
turn the light off, you're turning it on, and if you turn it on, then you're turning the dark off.
Off, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But can you
Yeah.
turn something on and off at the same time?
No.
Because if you're turning off the light and the dark is turning on,
If you think about it, it's just
well-
a transitional. Like even a sunset, it's like dark and light-ish, but it's just transitioning from light to dark.
that's pretty
Or
crazy.
you
Yeah.
could think of it like this, and this is an argument I've had for a while. The
Oh, my.
same way, this is a Zach thought, all right? You better get ready for this, all right? The same way that cold is an absence of heat, dark is an absence of light. So really, there is no such thing as cold or dark. It's merely an absence of the other.
How about I stick you in a cold, dark room?
All right, well, let's not do that.
I don't know.
What if you flip that? Instead of cold and dark, it's light and warmth. Can you flip it?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. What if it's the opposite?
The absence of the other. What if you flip it?
That's true.
Presley just had an aneurysm thinking of something.
Anyway,
That was nasty.
hold on. I almost lost it. I had an on-the-spot Presley thought. Okay, what if, personality-wise, how you think about it is like whether you're a positive or negative person? Because you thought about like dark and cold, but then your brain was like, no, I would think about it more like, light and
Actually,
warm.
I like that. Let's go.
Good job.
I like that.
This is going to be awkward. That was a backwards high five. That one didn't touch, and Evan's not participating.
Jim and
far away.
Did you hear my elbow?
Dude, are you good?
I was
like,
like, Presley might die first.
Girl.
Someone
What's
come
the,
save me.
What's the next one you have? That was a good one.
Oh wow.
I like where these go.
Yeah. Number 7 is the last one, right?
Yeah, which is after 6, but before 8.
Right. You got that?
But whoa.
Wait,
Okay.
but did 7,
Wait,
9? Did
it
7,
was
8, 9?
after
7.
6, but before. Oh, that does make sense.
You do need some schmevsplaining, don't you? You ever heard of counting in numbers?
This is why we do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we explain. You never know who's missing the information.
Number 7.
What color hair do they put on a bald person's driver's license?
Whoa! Oh my gosh! What do they? That's insane.
Well, I guess I'm gonna find out this year.
Yeah, let us know.
Or do they just put bald, or do they have to put something? Oh,
They gotta put
well,
something.
hold on. They probably just put like what you had before you went
yeah.
bald.
But that would they have to
Yeah.
ask you?
Probably.
Yeah. What if you could
That's-
just say any color you want?
Yeah,
it was-
they didn't
I-
know.
It was purple.
Don't want to be redhead. So.
All right, Evan.
So, people have these things. I'm going to schmevsplain for a second. People have
Please.
these things called eyebrows, and they're typically like the same color as your hair, or if you have
Not
facial
always.
hair.
Not always.
Typically like the same.
Not always.
Typically. You see the word I'm using? Typically.
Yeah.
Which is
not all the
implying
time.
not always.
Yeah.
It's
But-
implying most of
For
the
my
time.
situation, my hair is brown, but my beard is like red.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
So-
call it red. It's reddish brown, but it's still brown.
Yes, but it's still different than that.
Yeah, but you don't on your driver's license. It doesn't say this person has reddish brown hair. It says brown or brunette or something.
Ginger.
This is brown. This is more like a black.
It's like pretty black
It's
on his head.
Yeah.
It's like brown and red.
It's like a dark brown. Yeah, it's like a dark brown.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for someone to
That's a
bust
good
down
one,
the
though.
door. Someone take me
Police,
away.
open up.
All right. So
Damn.
that's all I got. That was fun.
All right. I have a question for you guys.
What's that?
I've been pondering this, and I want your thoughts.
Is this
okay?
the thing you were hyping up?
I mean, I wasn't really trying to hype it up. But just all right. I need you to put yourself in this situation. Okay.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. Think deep about that. If you have to close your eyes, close your eyes. Think about this. All right. So you are in this field, like this flat land of field. Like you can see field for miles. Okay. You have a bat in your hand, a baseball bat. And out of nowhere, just circling around you, comes a ton of leprechauns. How many leprechauns can you take in a fight before you have to just give up?
What? Why are they flying?
I didn't say flying.
Oh, it's
Fighting.
swarming.
Swarming doesn't mean flying.
Not necessarily. No.
Flying.
Flying.
Yeah.
But
How
how
tall?
many leprechauns?
How tall?
How tall?
How tall?
How?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me look up the height of leprechauns real quick.
Okay.
I'm going
Say
insane this podcast.
Well,
already.
you like it.
I do.
you know,
About 3 feet.
Yeah.
3 foot. So a million little Kevin Harts.
Wait, but how lucky are these leprechauns?
Do they have gold with them?
I don't know. Just how many leprechauns can you take in a fight? If you did, all right, just hold on. All right, you're standing in the middle of the field. They're all just every angle are around you,
Do I have weapons?
and they're all you have a baseball bat.
Oh, I'm
They're
sorry.
all just running at you. How many can you just take down before you're done?
Is there a rainbow present in the field?
No.
That's
Then
important.
not many.
Not
I mean,
many?
wait. Sorry, no.
Then
yes,
many,
You can.
yes.
Then many. Sorry, I got that backwards.
Because you know you're gonna give in. You're gonna be tired.
I don't know, man. See, here's the thing: is that with leprechauns, they're always lucky. So, what is the likelihood that I would take a swing, slip on some mud, and get knocked out?
I don't know.
Say that aspect was out of it.
Yeah,
If it was just
I could
leprechauns.
take about 16
that's it.
That's
before
it.
I got
Well,
tired.
think about it. If they're swarming you, that's a lot of angles, and you're just you
Yeah.
with one baseball bat.
I would think before I got absolutely tired and swarmed over.
Here's the thing, though.
Like, think of it as
I
children.
think if you do a full swing, you open up an area, and I think I'm pretty fast, so I can cut through them and then swing my way, and then as they come back, it's kind of like Black Ops Zombies. you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
sure.
And then you
Yeah,
go back
totally.
in the other direction and start swinging. I think I could take on about 500.
So what you're saying is that you're going to start training.
Yeah,
500.
500 leprechauns.
For those that don't know, training is a tactic in Call of Duty Zombies where you just let them chase you in circles.
Yeah,
Just
you
like
basically
that.
just run around in a circle and they chase you.
And you
Because
take them out one by one.
The hardest part about this is that they're fully surrounding you. So if you can take out one little section and plow through and outrun them, then now it's just like a line, and a line is a lot easier.
So if they don't, if this is leprechauns, right, and they don't have any luck, that aspect has been taken out.
Yeah.
Isn't this basically people with dwarfism? Isn't that the same thing?
No, that's bullying.
Yeah.
That's assault, battery,
That's-
and potential murder.
Whereas leprechauns, to
Leprechauns
my knowledge, are not real.
Yes.
And in some aspects, evil.
Yes.
Really?
I think I could take on 30.
A good 30.
I feel confident in
Well,
that.
would you get overwhelmed? What would be your downfall?
Yeah.
You can do more.
I think I could do more, honestly.
I don't
Okay.
know. 30 to 50?
I gotta know what Evan has to say about this.
Yeah.
I feel like I would either take out like 100 and I would just get on a roll and I would just be swinging round and round and just doing really good. Or I would swing, somehow miss because I would swing like too high and they're too short. And then I would just get leprechauns. What do leprechauns do to you? Like curse you with bad, what do they do?
They just all jump on
Knock you down, stomp on you.
Like, is
Curse
this
you
like
in.
if they don't have luck, is it like a whole bunch of like Peter Dinklages like coming at you and just
know who
attacking
that
you
is.
that way? He's if you've seen like Game of Thrones, he was in Game
Oh,
of
that
Thrones,
guy.
the small guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was
Isn't he an
also
elf?
he was the small he was the author in Elf, the children's book author.
He must be a South Pole elf.
Yeah, he was the South Pole.
Oh, him. I
Yeah.
know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
now.
You know what?
I'm
I like that guy.
I'm going to change my answer. I think if I was in this situation, I would have so much adrenaline, and just I would be on a mission
Yes.
to smack them so hard gold pops out of their head. So I'm, close to 100, maybe more.
I think more.
I think more.
seriously think you could stomp on them suckers.
I think I could do it.
I do too. You could just plow through them.
Listen,
If anybody knows any leprechauns, let's put this to the test.
I'm about 2.5 feet taller than them, which is not much. I don't know. I don't have any other. Okay, obviously I would be more prepared than a baseball bat. But if I only had access to a baseball bat,
That's all.
I don't know. If I was really going for it, maybe more than 50. But a 50 is a safe answer.
50?
You said 19.
I said 16.
Zach, you can
What?
do a lot more.
I,
than
I
that.
think you
I
could.
I'm just
believe
thinking
in
about
you.
this realistically, like hundreds
Say-
of
You could
leprechauns.
probably
Say you were
run in
mad.
a straight line.
Yeah.
And you could take
Oh,
out
if they were
16.
running in a straight line, I could probably do about
yeah.
200.
Take my strat. Yeah. Just take my strategy, plow through that first little bit, and then you come back to him.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just depends. I think I could take up to as many as 100, but 16 if I'm being like really pessimistic.
Is this a wood bat or a metal bat? Because if a wood bat breaks, then yeah, it becomes like a little
a
shank
stabby.
thing, but that
it
also wouldn't
metal.
be good.
Make it a
I would
metal
think.
bat.
Metal bat.
Okay, I
Yeah.
feel like that'd
Yeah.
be better.
A lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I equipped with running shoes?
You sound like Dwight from The Office. It's like, is there a kindling fire?
You know,
in
it's-
this island?
it's
No,
funny.
you got steel toe boots on.
Oh, wait.
all right.
So you can actually just. So Zach actually can just straight up like kick him, punt him away.
You know, I wasn't.
Zach's tall. He's like 6'1".
Now
so-
it's a party.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't trying to make a comparison to Dwight, but that does sound like something he would say.
does. It really
I
does.
think I've taken tests before where I like personality matched with him, but
It's because y'all are both so paranoid.
I know and over prepared.
Preppers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. 50 is a safe answer. Are they straight line or swarming from 360?
360.
Oh. Does your answer change at all?
16.
16?
102.
That's if you were just amped up on 5-hour energy. Take 5-hour energies.
wasn't
You got the extra hour in there. You got a metal baseball bat, the rage of the Hulk, and all you can take is 16?
I don't know,
You're
man.
twice as big.
They're leprechauns. This is all hypothetical.
I think you're giving the leprechaun a lot.
You're
way
giving them too
credit.
much credit.
Is there gold underneath the field?
Nah.
Okay.
You know what's funny too is that I don't know why this just popped into my head. You know the pop star, sorry, not pop star, the rap star Dave, also known as Lil Dicky.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I would love to hear him answer this like analytically. I feel like that would be so funny.
he would have a good answer.
I don't know why. I just would want to hear his answer.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, but here, final go around. So you say 16,
That's probably. I'm gonna say 20. Let's just say 20.
20. Okay,
Say
Presley,
a solid 50 to 60.
I'm going with 102.
102.
I think I
half.
could take him down. I got confidence in it.
500. I seriously think 500. Yes.
Okay,
I don't think it's that hard.
I'm going with either 100 or none, because I would either swing and get on a roll, or my first swing would be too high because they're short, and I would just miss them and they'd destroy me.
Have y'all ever swung a baseball bat more than 20 times in a row at full force? Because
Yes.
it gets tiring.
It does, yeah.
I feel like if it's metal, though, you hit him in the head. Hit. You're just swinging it like a wand.
Wait, like it's whack-a-mole?
Yes.
Whack-a-con.
Whack a leprechaun.
Whack a leprechaun.
No, but that was a good debate there, Schmep. Do you have any other debates for us?
Well, yeah, but it's okay. Another just stupid debate. I mean, y'all have all except for Evan apparently when we were talking about this. But like,
I'm sorry.
This topic has taken the world by storm.
Oh my
It's gone
goodness.
viral. The Doors versus Wills debate, and if you're not familiar with it, there's this huge debate. You've probably heard of it, but there's this huge debate on the internet right now whether there are more Doors or Wills in the entire world. And every time I think of this, I start to think about it, and then it flip-flops to the other way. But
How?
All right.
Zach, what's your answer?
Let's get the official Awkward Tapes decision.
I'm not going to distort. Wheels!
Interesting.
You still
Okay.
distorted.
It's wheels. It's wheels. How can it not be wheels?
Explain yourself, though.
Okay, here's the thing. You got the car door thing. I get it. There's 4 doors on a car most of the time, 4 wheels, but then you have like your 2 doors, but that's 4 wheels and 2. Think about how many motorcycles there are that have 2 wheels. Roller skates, skateboards. Think about the sheer amount of barrels in the world. That would be considered a wheel. Okay, fine. If you don't consider that a wheel, whatever.
That's on the
but
fence.
then you like doors. There's only like 2 doors in a house generally.
Okay.
Like the
Wait, there's
exit-
2 doors. in the
Okay,
house.
sorry, I
Wait,
wasn't
what?
thinking of like
That's,
bedroom doors, but like
Outside doors.
So many wheels. I was thinking of outside doors.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, those are still doors in your house.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
as far as the cars and vehicles thing, I originally thought wheels too, but then what kind of pulled me towards the other side was like, does your gas cap count as a door when you're opening and closing
No,
that?
a door is something that gives you the ability to enter a different space. You
Yeah.
cannot count the hood. You could count the trunk, I suppose.
I would count the hood and trunk. You're gaining access to your engine bay and your trunk.
So
And your gas cap. You have to move a door to get to that. And if you're an EV, you have 2 of those. You have one for gas and one for
Yeah,
electricity.
But like the engine bay thing, it's the hood for an engine bay. It's not a door to the engine bay because that would imply
Okay.
that you could step
Okay.
into the engine bay, which you can't.
Define door. Okay, door. This is from the Oxford Languages. A hinged, sliding, or revolving barrier at the entrance to a building, room, or vehicle in the framework of a cupboard.
so
I want to know.
Here's an example. She looked for her key and opened the door.
Thank you, Presley. That thoroughly helped me. Yeah.
A door. So you have things.
Oh my
And doors, like, okay. So there's normally like a door handle or knob.
Okay.
And you have to turn it or do something for that to open. And so a door is kind of like a wall that you can go through, but there's also doors that aren't in homes.
Yeah.
okay,
Does
I
that
would,
hold on? Does that help you, Leighton?
yeah, that helps
good.
me a lot. Thank you for that. But okay,
We need to get you help.
Please.
yeah.
Sorry, you were saying.
I would not say that the gas thing is a door. I wouldn't count that. as
Not
a door.
even the
because
latch?
it's not like a cupboard, and you got to get in the.
But it's a
thing.
space of area.
Okay, but let's count that out for a
Space,
second.
area of
Take this, okay? You know those, because this was going to be my argument, because personally I think that there's more wheels, but I'm open for, debate or whatever. I think there's more wheels. But think about all those toy cars. Millions and millions of those tiny little toy cars were made. And you wouldn't count the door on those, right? Because you can't.
Yeah, because like on a Hot Wheel,
It depends on the Hot Wheel.
yeah,
Some of them you can.
On a Hot Wheel, you can't open the doors most of the time.
Most of them.
And
Yeah.
there's so many of those things. And there's lots of things that have a ton of wheels on them. Usually if something comes with something, it has wheels on it. Even if you think of something that can roll around.
A dolly.
Yeah, and there's no doors on it. But if something has a door, usually there's just like one door. Unless you have a house.
Well, I want you to think about New York City. And think about all the skyscrapers and everything that are in like Manhattan.
Elevator. An elevator
Elevator.
alone. How many doors is that?
Have you like the Empire State Building?
One.
No.
It's one.
No.
The Empire State Building. How many doors do you think are in the Empire State Building alone?
See, this
gotta
is why
be
I
a
like to
ton.
hear all of these different
Yeah.
things because there's so many things that
Right.
you can count.
I want his opinion.
Yeah, do you want my opinion?
I want
I'm-
your opinion.
I'm gonna go on like a little. I would rather hear from everyone else at least a little bit because I'm gonna go a little like
Deep.
ranter in depth or
Okay.
try
Oh.
I'm ready.
Attempt to.
I'm ready now.
I'm ready.
to. Oh, you okay?
Go for
so
it.
my first thing was I had to look up. Okay, when was the wheel first invented? When was the door first invented?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. Just I thought it'd be a fun little history, but it was like just 1,000-year difference in like the early BCs. So
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't really take into factor much. But one article that I'm sure everyone has found, because it's the article that keeps popping up for everyone, it's by the Philadelphia Inquirer. And it goes into, are there more doors or wheels in Philadelphia? And of course, Philadelphia, it's either like the 5th or 6th largest city in the whole U.S. It has however
Really?
many millions of people. Oh, yeah.
Did not know that.
No, it's one of the biggest easily. And from the, I won't go into the whole thing, but from the article, it concludes, obviously, I mean, it's not a fact, but it concludes that there is most likely more wheels than there are doors in Philadelphia. And like what you're saying with New York City, like New York City's a lot larger, but Philadelphia is still one of our biggest major cities. And if that has more wheels in it, I think that really says something about the rest of America and like rural America. And another thing is that simple machines, there are only a few of those. So simple machines, you can just look it up. Like what are simple machines or all simple machines? And they are the wedge, the screw, the lever, the pulley, included plane, and the wheel and axle. It's one of the few simple tools. And it's included in many different things. Like I saw on there, like some people were saying for the doors, like, oh, in certain like German cars, like in the engine or whatever, you have like extra things that might be considered doors or whatever. But there are a lot of things that could be considered wheels with like, I've heard some people use the doorknob debate, like, oh, if you consider a doorknob a wheel, then I don't personally buy into that. I don't see a doorknob as a wheel, but if you do, then
Define wheel. A circular object that revolves around an axle and is fixed below a vehicle or an other object to enable it to move easily over the ground.
so, and with that definition, it's just
Yeah.
so much more broad than a door. Because, like, even if you think about like a conveyor belt, it would, in a sense, have wheels if you go by that definition, or at least I think that you can make the argument that it does. And I just feel like there are a lot more things that could have wheels than doors. And again, even in like, again, I know I'm quoting just one article, but if you go by the one article about Philadelphia, and if this major city that you would think would have more doors because of the skyscrapers and hotels and everything, if the city has more wheels than it does doors, it seems like there would just be more wheels in general, because you would expect in a big city is where you would find all the doors.
Right.
So,
Well, you didn't let me give an example. The sled was wheeled out to the flight deck.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
now I get it.
okay, never mind. You're right. It's doors all the way.
Oh, right. So it's obvious. It's wheels. It's always been wheels, and I can't be convinced otherwise.
Well, I was gonna say my thought flip flop and flip flop and flip flop, but the
flip-flop.
past couple days I have been thinking wheels as well.
Yeah.
It's not
I
a
would go
debate.
with wheels.
Yeah.
I mean,
don't know.
I understand like the amount of curiosity it brings and like the consideration of both parties, but
Think
it's wheels.
Think about an 18-wheeler too.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
2 doors, 18 wheels.
Golly.
There's 2 in the back.
Yeah, because
Okay.
of like the shipping crates or whatever. I know
4
people
doors,
have brought
18
that up.
wheels.
You know, I met someone once who said they had a conversation with somebody who was like, why is it called an 18-wheeler? I was like, maybe because there's 18 wheels.
What?
What?
I hope they're doing okay.
Yeah. I just
Golly.
thought I'd throw that in there. That's where my brain went.
Why is it called a semi truck?
I don't, because it's more of a truck than the,
Than
you
a
know,
truck.
than a Ford or anything.
I'd say
don't
that's
know.
a full
That's
truck.
a full truck.
It's not a semi. I'm not superstitious. I'm just a little
Superstitious.
superstitious.
Semi-stitch.
Semi-stitious.
Semi-stitious.
Semi-stitious. All All right, that was a good debate. So wheels, is that the overall
I mean,
consensus?
That's what I'm going with.
I mean, all of us, Presley, is that what you're going with? Because I think the four of us all went wheels.
Yeah,
I don't want to peer
originally-
pressure you. If it's doors, it's doors.
Originally, it was doors because I just go back to the buildings and all that, but I don't know. I don't count a wheel as anything for this debate, like a doorknob. I don't count anything round. I just count something that is supporting something else that allows it to roll.
Yeah.
Something that was
As
meant
of
to
right
be a
now,
wheel.
this is probably going to change. As of right now, I'm saying wheels,
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we all are.
but
Yep, wheels.
subject to change.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's not.
For me, it is.
Well, good for you. You're wrong.
All right, well, now I'm going to find something else for the other.
So,
That really told us who we are, though.
so recently, or past couple days, we all took the Enneagram test again.
Yes, we did.
And so, Zach, I feel like you'd be able to give a good explanation for what the Enneagram test is. So, you might explain that real
Sure.
quick, just in case you don't know what it is.
Yeah, so the Enneagram test is any other basic personality test. It asks you a series of questions, and it basically tries to give you one of, I think it's 16 different personality types.
Nine main ones. There's
9 main
subgroups.
ones. And then
but-
there's subgroups.
There's
But
they call them wings.
yeah, and then you have a certain type that you're given for your personality, and then you have your shadow archetype kind of, and it's things you resort to in bad situations or things that you resort to in good situations. And so it's really just cool because it lets you dive into your own psyche.
Yeah.
Even though it may not be 100% correct, it's pretty close most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah, so we all took this, and I think all of us have taken this before, except for Evan, right?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't really take these tests.
Yeah. Well, and so I will say before we start this, I've always gotten, because I've taken this multiple times, and
Actually, I was going to say, should we say what the 9 types are, just for
yeah,
context?
do you have those pulled up?
Yeah, I was going to pull those up.
While you're looking that up, I was going to say, I've taken this multiple times, and almost every time I got the one that's leadership or leader. I can't remember which number that is, but this time I got something different. So, what are the 9?
Yeah, I got the list here. Number 1, the reformer, which is very leader. I think that's the one you said you got before. Number 2 is the helper. Number 3, the achiever. Number 4, the individualist. Number 5, the investigator. Number 6, the loyalist. Number 7, the enthusiast. Number 8, the challenger. Number 9, the peacemaker.
Yes.
And those names do change.
Yeah.
Depending on different sites or whatever.
Yeah.
Some of the names on here are a little different than what you read.
Yeah, some of it might vary, but the general idea behind it is the same. How this is usually represented is in a circle, because like Zach was saying, sometimes you'll move to a different number in a place of stress.
Yep.
But in a place of growth, you'll kind of take on traits of a different number. But you can't go to some numbers if you're 1, and we'll get into that. But first, I guess we just share what type we are.
Yeah. Evan, you wanna start off?
We haven't talked about this.
We haven't
much
started. Yeah,
previously.
we're all hearing this for the first time.
Yeah.
But it's just interesting to do because to me, I learn a little bit about myself
Yeah.
when I do it.
No,
So-
it was scary accurate for me.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so I guess I'll read what was the main one. So the first one that I got here, sorry, wait, let me get to it. It was a 97% match apparently for type 2, the supportive advisor.
Okay.
And the description for it says 2s are people who see the world through relationships and define themselves through their service to others. They may be selfless, loving, and giving, or dependent, prideful, and manipulative. And then it says core fears are being rejected or unwanted, being thought as worthless, needy, inconsequential. I can't talk. Great day for a podcast.
I can't either.
Dispensable or unworthy of love. Core desire is being appreciated, loved, and wanted. It says the core weakness is pride, or denying their own needs and emotions while using their amazing intuition to discover and focus on the emotions and needs of others. And the core longing, or the message that they want to hear, apparently, is you are wanted and loved. That is the main one I got. So I'm apparently very much a type 2. And then some of the other ones that I'm are apparently the loyal guardian type 6, or type 9, the peaceful mediator. I got a lot of type 4, the romantic individualist, And the one I'm the least like is apparently type 8 as the protective challenger.
Okay, so would you say that it was pretty accurate?
Yeah, I'd say it was pretty accurate overall.
Well, yeah, I will say type 2. That was my second highest. That was 80% for me. So I was almost there, but
I
not
can
quite.
kind of see that in you.
Oh yeah, I
actually.
can for sure.
Like number 2 being
Yeah.
the helper and the person that's very supportive.
Well, let's use it as
relationships are very important to you, obviously. Yeah, that's pretty accurate for you.
That's
I didn't
wow.
see that.
Because I've looked into this a little bit before, just trying to figure out the different types. Because you can actually use this as a life hack. If you use this in your workplace, same thing with love languages, it'll help you a lot.
A lot of people have been using this in their workplace. Too.
Yeah, a
that's
lot
what
of-
my father's company does.
Yeah, a lot of places have started doing that just to better understand what, if they're hiring, what kind of people they're getting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Leitwan, what you got?
I am type 7.
Oh,
The entertaining optimist. So it says type 7 stand out for their eternal optimism, charisma, and fun-loving nature. Their upbeat and innovative approach to things, coupled with the eagerness to explore new possibilities, causes them to have a broad range of interest, knowledge, and wide social networks. Their flexibility, love of life, ability to garner support, and contagious enthusiasm reflects the joy and abundance of God.
Wow.
That is like spot on.
yeah.
That's
Like the summary here says the busy, fun-loving type, spontaneous, versatile, distractible, and scattered.
See, I didn't like those.
Well, you didn't like it, but is it true?
I don't know.
distractible. What does it say?
Distractible? I mean, you put a piece of cheese across the room.
I think you
depends
can
on
be.
You
but
yeah.
not with
can
all-
be.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
I don't
also,
know.
like with these personality tests, it's like there's no way they're going to know for each person
Right.
because we're all kind of both of them. But I would definitely say that this thing is pretty
Spot on.
accurate,
It's pretty
pretty
close.
spot on.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say that describes me pretty well.
That was scary close.
Yeah.
What were the core fears?
Yeah.
Being deprived, trapped in emotional pain, limited or bored, missing out on something fun.
Is that accurate in any way?
What'd you say?
I don't like missing out on something fun.
I'm the same way.
And I don't want to be trapped or limited. I don't like being limited.
Yeah.
Well, let's go
I like
into that.
being-
That sounded like you were like very sure about that.
Well, I don't like to be like, I don't know.
It's-
Like y'all know I'm competitive.
Yeah, in
so
video
I don't want to
games.
be like
You always want to get
limited.
better or something?
Yeah, and if I'm limited, then I feel like I can't be as good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can
that's
you
fair.
So you have a desire for improvement. Is that fair?
Yeah, but that's also like that's a different type, which is interesting too because I forgot which one it was, but it kind of goes into that. I think it was the achiever. Is the thing is what it's called.
Yeah, number 3.
Number 3, and I can kind of see that in myself too.
Okay. What about your core desire?
Being happy, fully satisfied, and content. I can see that.
Okay.
Gluttony, feeling this is the weakness, feeling a great emptiness inside and having an insatiable desire to fill yourself up.
Emotionally speaking, because I was going to say it's not like you're fat.
Well, he eats a ton.
He does, but
Dude, this guy eats the most out of
much.
anyone I've ever met in my life. He just ate. Okay, this is what's gonna happen. We're gonna take a break and eat between the podcasts that we filmed today, and he just ate a giant burrito.
I know.
And he's still gonna eat more. I promise you.
And before that burrito, like an hour or two ago, I had a big meal.
Exactly.
And before that, I had a big
Goodness.
can't wait till your metabolism takes a nosedive.
I hope not. If so, I'm gonna blow up, which is also one of my fears. I'm surprised that's not me. That's one of my fears.
Oh man.
man.
Shmev?
But anyway.
Yeah. So this is one I've never gotten before, but I got a type 6, which is the loyalist or the loyal guardian. It says they're committed, responsible, faithful, suspicious, and anxious. It says of all the Enneagram types, 6s stand out for their dependability, steadfast commitment, problem-solving skills, and their desire to reduce risks to ensure safety for themselves and others. Their insightful and analytical minds are realistic, witty, and give them the ability to examine things from multiple angles. Incredible team players who value community, easily identify with others, and long to champion the underdog. They reflect the faithfulness and courage of God.
This is very religious.
Sounds like you took the religious version of the test.
I don't know, but I felt like that was pretty accurate. Core fear, saying feeling fear itself, being without support, security, or guidance, being blamed, targeted, alone, or physically abandoned. Core desire is having security, guidance, and support. And then core weakness is anxiety, scanning the horizon of life and trying to predict and prevent negative outcomes, remaining in constant state of apprehension and worry. That one is right up my alley.
Right up that alley.
Worry way too much about things. And it says core longing. It says, quote, "You are safe." I don't know.
I'm gonna start saying that to you now.
Yeah, but most of the time I get the whatever one is, the reformer or whatever, which talks about leading and being a leader and stuff. I was gonna try to see what my my other ones, like the other top ones, were.
This one, for type 1 at least, it says it's called the moral perfectionist for type 1.
They're very hard on themselves.
Yeah.
I met some people that this really does match.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I have a little bit of... That's actually my second one, apparently, which I wouldn't say I'm a type 1 at all, but I guess there's certain tendencies. It's funny because, like, with this one, I'm actually a lot of all of them.
Actually, you said you're number 7?
Yes, number 7, mainly.
Well, I think you go to number 1 in a place of growth, because I'm looking at the chart here, and it goes what's across from it. So 7 goes to 1 in a place of growth, if I'm looking at this right, and in a negative place, it goes to number 5.
What does 6 go to?
6 goes to 9, which is peacekeeper in a place of growth.
Okay.
Like, so instead of being insecure and worrisome, they go towards number 9, which is very peaceful.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so that's where you can grow, is when you focus on peaceful things. But they go to 3 in a place of stress, which is achievements and all that.
Aren't they, like, across from each other?
Yeah, and I've got the chart here, but
Okay.
My least one was 49%, which was type 5, which is the investigative thinker, or what does it say on there?
number 5 for me says the investigator. I can see that.
So, like, what goes into that? I'm trying to...
The intense cerebral type, perceptive, innovative, secretive, and isolated.
core fear.
See...
Okay, so it says, pulls back from the world and others to observe and prefers to live in their own mind. They may be wise, visionary, and knowledgeable, or abstract, stingy, eccentric, and intellectually arrogant.
Spit it out.
I don't know why it's so hard to read.
Well, here's the thing that's getting confusing with all these numbers. So can I break it down real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have your main number, and I keep talking about numbers that are across, and then there's also numbers that are to the side. So you have your main number. So for me, kind of leading into what mine is, it's actually the same as yours.
Oh, cool.
Number 6. So that is my main number. But for me, the numbers across from me, I go to number 9 in a place of growth, which is across. But in a place of stress, I go to number 3, which is the achiever. And I take on the negative traits of people that have a type 3 personality. But we said something about wings, or what you shadow, kind of.
Yeah.
So you can also move to the numbers right and left of you. So you can kind of take on traits of number 5, which I think you do. When you want to learn something, you investigate something. That's what I do. I mean, in my case, I research the mess out of stuff. Like,
Yeah, if I'm into it, I do.
yeah, and for me, that's like cars and music and all that stuff. Or you could be more like a number 7, but you're mainly a 6 still. But you could kind of sidestep and take on traits of number 7, which is more like latent.
I like how they did this, because it's not just saying, like, you're in this one category. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like, this is where you, like...
Definitely.
You could be.
Yeah.
Which I feel like is the problem with a lot of these personality tests, is they trap you into one thing. Whereas with this can get even more complicated. Like there's even subtypes of what I'm talking about. There's the numbers across from you, growth and stress. There's the numbers next to you, which are wings. And then there's even subtypes off of that. But we won't go there. Yeah. Wow. So it can get very specific.
What about you, Presley?
Oh, that's
he
what it
was
was.
six.
Number 6.
Oh,
Same
number
as
six.
Evan,
Okay.
but I feel like in a
Shmev.
different way. Shmev, excuse me. But in a different way.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
I don't know. I feel like I take on more of 5, whereas you might take on wing 7.
Which
To
are what
the-
again?
number 7 is kind of like Leighton.
Leighton? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because hang on, let me go through these. There was something that while I was doing the personality test, you can do strongly agree, somewhere in the middle,
Right.
and strongly disagree,
Right.
and there's even some in between that. But one of the questions it asked me, I feel like perfectly described me. Whether I agreed with this or not, investigating, gathering, studying, and mastering information is not just a fun passion, but provides a sense of control and safety. It helps me feel adequate, knowledgeable, and capable. That is me.
That's
Okay.
pretty.
That
pretty
stat
on
was
the head.
scary accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely the biggest prepper I've ever met.
Yeah, he prepares for the zombie apocalypse.
Well, you got to start preparing for that leprechaun thing now.
Oh my goodness! Now there's that to think
Gonna
about,
start sharpening a bat to
Yep.
be a double-edged sword.
which kind of goes off Enneagram 6 with the 5 wing, the defender,
Yeah.
versus Enneagram 7 or 6 with the wing 7 is the buddy.
The buddy.
The buddy.
Zach, what's yours?
What do you think mine is?
Hold on, let me look at these
Yeah,
again.
let's.
Just out of curiosity.
Okay, let's see. How well do we know our Zach? Number 1. I'll
Because
just say
there was 2 that were very strong, but there was one I got 100% match.
you got
Oh
What?
wow,
Oh, I thought mine was strong with 97.
That's
You got
pretty
100.
strong.
Cow.
Okay, number 1, perfectionist. Number 2, the helper. Number 3, the achiever. Number 4, the individualist. Number 5, the investigator. Number 6, the loyalist. Number 7, the enthusiast. Number 8, the challenger. Number 9, the peacemaker.
I'm gonna go with either 1 or 8.
I will say, if it helps, number 4 is kind of uncommon.
What's
Okay.
number 4?
The
I can see that one
individualist.
too. I'm going 4 or 8 for Zach.
Okay.
Read 4 for me.
Number 4, just a quick summary: the sensitive, withdrawn type, expressive, dramatic, self-absorbed, and temperamental.
4 or 8. Probably more of 4.
Number
Think I'm dramatic and temperamental?
Not necessarily.
Number 8 is the powerful, dominating. Oh my goodness, it's a dominance thing.
Yeah.
The powerful, dominating type, self-confident, decisive, willful, and confrontational.
Is that number 9?
That's number 8.
8.
Number 9 is peacemaker, which
Okay.
is easygoing, receptive, which I can see. Okay, I'm gonna say 8.
Yeah, because to the right and to the left of it also has.
Yeah, descriptive personality.
Yeah, I would say 8
I think it's 4.
4.
or 4. But 8. I'm gonna go 8.
I don't think it's 8.
Number
It might
3.
be, but
I can see that actually.
I see you being high as 8. I don't see you being 100%.
1's also there for me. Zach, just what is it?
Yeah, what is it? I'm saying 8.
You're all alone.
I am 100% a 9.
Okay, we're close.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, close.
I'm a peacemaker. And you guys may not see that, and that's because I'm very comfortable with you guys, and I don't mind being a challenger per se, which I think is my wing.
Yeah,
right?
well, you could be wing 8.
Yeah. Well, so this was my thing. I was 91% a 2 and 100% a 1.
Wow.
Like it was really close. But the number 9, it says 9s are accepting, trusting, and stable. They are usually creative, optimistic, and supportive, but can also be too willing to get along with others to keep the peace, which, quite frankly, I do often. They want everything to go smoothly and be without conflict, but they can also tend to be complacent, simplifying problems and minimizing anything upsetting. They typically have problems with inertia, stubbornness, and at their best are indomitable and all-embracing. They are also able to bring people together and heal conflict.
Actually, yeah, that's
Dude.
pretty accurate. Actually,
Yeah, so I thought that pretty much hit nail on the head.
You know what's interesting about
What?
that? With me being a 6, my place of growth is actually 9.
Interesting.
Oh, maybe that's why we're friends.
What's place of growth mean? Like, what does that mean for you?
So when in a place of growth, I'll take on your traits. So for me
Oh.
being 6 and you know me, I'm very defensive and paranoid and all that, but you're very easygoing and friendly and more open. So in a place of growth, I go towards that.
Interesting. But yeah, I don't know what my what is it? The shadows are.
wings.
So if you're number 9, across from you is number 3. I think that's your place of growth, and number 6 is your place of stress. Do I stress you out?
Actually, no. You're probably like.
Well, maybe I have that.
Stresses me out
Maybe
the
I have that
least.
backwards.
Actually, yeah, you stress me out the least. Out
Well,
of
then
everyone in this group.
maybe that's your. Well, you guys stress them out. All right.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I find it interesting that you got 100 though, because I got a
Yeah.
71 on my
That's
my
insane.
top.
Oh, really? Just a 71?
Just a 71. I
Yeah,
was like
like
I said, like it was a lot of
How
balls.
crazy is that?
Wow.
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 Actually, you go towards type 3 in your place of growth.
So what is type 3 again?
The achiever.
The achiever.
And for your place of non-growth, you go towards 6. Actually, you become more like me.
And
so.
me.
Wait,
And Evan.
So when Presley
Schmav.
So
Yeah.
when Presley grows, he becomes more like Zach. When Zach devolves, he becomes more like Presley.
We're Pokemon. So essentially, the Enneagram tells us we're all Pokemon. Our Miralax.
What Pokemon devolves?
Miralax.
Yes.
That's
That's a
pretty
reference.
interesting. I don't-
So if that's me and Zach, does that happen with any of the rest of us? Which one were you again?
I'm 97% type 2.
2?
Yeah.
See, no.
I have no relation to 2.
No, you're far away from
Zach,
it.
you hurt me.
But
That's weird.
you support him.
Yeah.
What?
Here, what are my? You never said what my wing. What do I go to when I'm good? What do I go to when I'm bad?
Well, real quick, your wing, you could be more like Zach. You could be a 9, so maybe that's why you get along. Or you could be. Oh, sorry. No, you're 2. You said.
Yeah.
Oh, you could be like 1, which is kind of a perfectionist, and take on more leadership roles. Or you could be like 3 and be more like an achiever. But as far as your place of growth and let's see, type 2, place of growth. When type 2s are moving towards growth, they go to, their growth number is type 4. You become more individualistic.
I get that would make sense because 2 is very relationship
Yeah.
heavy and oriented, so it would probably be becoming more of an individual.
But
would be healthy.
your place of I don't know. I don't want to say non-growth. What did you?
My downfall.
Devolve.
It's a
Yeah.
stress, right?
Yeah, stress. That's what it
Okay.
is. Would be 8, which is the achiever.
I will say what 8
No.
is the one that 8 is the protective challenger.
Yes, 8 is the challenger, my
8
bad.
is the one that I have the least. That was my lowest score.
Oh, so that's
Interesting.
why it would
Which
be a
makes
place of
sense
stress.
because I mean it has like core fears like being weak or powerless, harmed, controlled, whatever, or being manipulated. Its core longing or like the message is you will not be betrayed. Like the main weakness is wanting more power, and that is very much, at least overall, not like me.
You're gonna be a dictator. Oh.
So that
Also,
no, I'm the opposite.
Yeah,
of
I
that.
know.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Fool.
One thing I will say is that it really did not touch on like my biggest fear. Like it says that my biggest fear, I'll pull it up again. It says that my core fear is of loss and separation. And yes, I would say that that's a big fear of mine, but definitely not my biggest. My biggest is like lack of validation
Actually,
and acceptance.
I disagree.
Really?
On a previous podcast, you had said the most fearful thing the most sad thing that could ever happen to you is if you're married,
yeah.
have a wife, have a kid, but then she dies.
Okay, maybe that is pretty.
See? Loss.
Have you seen the Fatherhood movie with Kevin Hart?
No,
'Cause
I've
it's-
wanted
No.
to see it.
That's a good movie. You should watch it.
Oh.
That's my worst.
Yeah, that's your fear. That's that movie,
Face,
Father.
face your fears, man.
Just a 2
No,
inch.
I would. Oh, sorry.
Just a 2-inch Cheeto and a 12-inch bag, like I always say.
Okay.
What?
Well,
He actually does say that.
Now I just want Cheetos. But
Well, I mean, just listen. You know, you got this bag, right?
Oh my god.
No,
Someone
no, no,
cut
no.
him off.
Stop
No,
doing
cut him
this.
off.
This is not a schmev thing.
I don't
Okay.
believe you.
Well, too bad. Do you have all right? No, you got this big old pack of Cheetos, this bag, okay?
okay.
And each Cheeto is like 2 inches.
They're playing rock, paper, scissors, but no one knows why.
You have
had
this
to
12-inch
do
bag,
something.
and you have these 2-inch Cheetos, okay? This big old bag, and you're just a small little person, and then you're eating, and you're just done.
You are a fish
That was
in the sea.
Right.
Just swimming around, so small.
how did
And no one even recognize you. Don't even,
Where's Nemo?
How did we get to euphemisms?
Speaking
of Nemo.
I just thought I'd bring it up. You like that?
Yeah, I liked that.
I'm just kidding. I had nothing about Nemo.
I will say I'm very surprised that Type 9 was
a fist bump.
100% for you. Like I definitely see you as number 9. I'm not gonna lie. I would see you more as like a Type 6 because you're very loyal, or I would think you being like more of an individualist thinker, or like an optimist or something. Like,
Interesting.
I see you high as Type 9. I get that, but I was very surprised that was 100 for you.
100%.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too, is that these tests are made also to be kind of vague and also not 100% correct. So like obviously I'm not, everything that this thing says I am. And that's something to keep in mind if you people at home were to do this yourself. Don't take this as this is everything I am. Don't let it label you.
Yes.
Yeah, because a lot of times people actually mislabel themselves because they don't have a clear idea of who they are and not great self-awareness.
Yeah.
And also, if you take it again.
Yes.
And see if you get a different result, because I did that and I got a different result.
I take it a couple times a year actually.
Yeah,
Really?
just for fun.
to kind of see if like I don't know. I feel like my stances on things have changed or something like that. But for the past few times I've gotten a 1. I mean, this is the first time in a while it's changed. So
I will say that something that this reminds me of is it feels like this is the step you skip for meditation. And what I mean by that is that meditation, some forms of it, the sole purpose is to be able to psychoanalyze your thoughts and allow yourself to get a better understanding of the way you think and why you think that way. And so this feels very like, okay, I'm going to take a test and figure out the way I am because this is what it says it is, as opposed to doing your own research and searching into yourself to figure it out on your own, So that was just a thought I had.
true. Well, yeah, you learn a little bit about yourself and a little about your friends.
Well, that's why I like it. Is just use it as kind of like a mirror, self-reflection. Take it for what it's worth. You might get some good information out of it. Might blow your mind like it did me. Speaking, one last thing I will say: basic desire to have security and support. A key example of this is the fact that I have just told everyone my type and my paranoia, and thus makes me susceptible and vulnerable to more future attacks.
That's great.
I was thinking about that in preparation for this podcast, and I'm like, I'm doing it right now. I'm worried about telling millions of whoever's going to look at this
Millions? I wish.
what type I'm going to be.
TikTok.
Well, TikTok, it could.
Yes.
Make
But
my boy famous.
I don't know. I don't know. That just makes me even more paranoid, which just proves I am this type. So anyway.
We shouldn't drop your address.
No.
So listen, it's 18.
Yeah. Anyways, if you've never taken it, you should take it. You're gonna learn a little bit about yourself and a little about your friends. Yeah. Well, we hope you guys enjoy this podcast. Wide range of things we've talked about. Again, you should go follow us on our other socials. We are approaching 140,000 on TikTok. Doing great over there. Instagram, we finally hit 200 followers.
Hey.
Yeah.
We're a little smaller, but it's kind of hard to transfer followers from other platforms to the other.
We've only been doing this for so long. I feel like we should deserve some credit for the amount of work we put in. It's not easy to get followers that quickly.
No. Especially on YouTube, which I think is like 500, 600 now.
Almost
So
600.
that's something.
Also, another shout out and thank you to Manscaped. Honestly,
Yes.
thank you for
Yeah.
sending these products to us. We
Yeah.
thoroughly
you.
enjoyed not just reviewing them, but also using
Yeah.
them. And
If you're watching this, we have the
Yeah.
Lawnmower 4.0 on the table, and there's a
Yes.
travel
it
bag.
has a flashlight.
Yeah.
Yes,
which
it does.
is surprisingly useful.
Dude, I read the manual, which is another type 6 thing to do. If you after you turn it on, if you press and hold it, it turns the light off. In case you need
nice.
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
And a little thing like this is great timing because the other electric trimmer I had just died, so I threw that in the trash. And
look at that.
That worked
Oh,
out well.
there you
And
go.
this one is like 10 times quieter.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
no,
say-
it's
yeah.
very nice.
Say you
Also-
live with other people, you don't have to worry about making noise.
No, exactly. Also, 20% off if you
Yes.
use code awkward.
Yes, when you are
definitely use
checking
that
out
code.
on manscaped.com, use code awkward for 20% off. Like that, I don't think a real
and
like,
free shipping.
and free shipping. That's
a
a
lot
really
saved,
good
yeah.
deal. 20% off. That's a fifth of the price you're gonna buy. Like
Totally.
that's really good. But yeah, thanks to Manscaped. And thank you to you guys listening
Yes.
or watching. We really, really appreciate you guys. Well, but until next time, we, what's my slogan?
That was so awkward.
That works. We're just gonna cut it.
So
Now.
No.
Cut it there.
Thank you. Thank you for listening, and thank you for being with us for a session of awkwardness.